T-minus 5 minutes.
Remember. What do you remember? Kill who? Max.
A woman seriously being pulled by this hook.
Somehow got low enough and got to the point where it pulled her and yanked her up in the air.
And they may have proof the nuclear building is haunted.
We did capture a light shadow figure that moved, looked like it was moving from the hook over the doorway towards the elevator.
T-minus 4 minutes.
797, hearing. Thunder, 7 bed. How close is the sky? This is Houston. Say again, 7?
Massive fish and bird kills in Arkansas. 5,000 blackbirds just fell from the sky in the town of Beebe. This happened just before midnight on New Year's Eve. And then tonight, we're learning that some 100,000 fish have washed up on the shores of the Arkansas River.
In October, a Dallas research group released new information from the Sasquatch Genome Project claiming there is now DNA evidence proving they say that Bigfoot is indeed no longer a myth, but rather a human hybrid living among us.
T-minus 3 minutes.
An object which is in the same place all the time but appears to be tumbling. So we had it ever since yesterday. It just seems to be taking along with us.
People in Alert Bay say they've been hearing strange screams and howls from the forest at night.
And I just froze. Crickets stopped. It was an eerie silence. I scared to death.
T-minus 2 minutes.
Under the tree line is an orange orb, and it was traveling, I guess, 40, 50 miles an hour. And it hit the tree line, and then it just started to move up and just explode into like 5 balls.
Well, some residents are saying today that they saw U.S. fighter jets chasing that UFO.
3 very mysterious shiny lights over Breckenridge have police and residents puzzled. Before noon today, law enforcement agencies started getting reports of UFOs.
Well, there may have been another chupacabra sighting not too far from here. That's a mysterious animal known for sucking the blood out of goats.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
T-minus 1 minute.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds.
What are you trying to prove?
That there is life after death. There is something besides this life.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And we are live on Spreaker right now, and now we are live on Facebook. So, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Paranormal Social Radio. I'm one of your co-hosts. You can't see me. My name is Max Wagner. The one with the picture up there is Chris Menavie, otherwise known as Fifi. And then you have Lisa and Tony. There you go.
Forgot my name, huh?
Well, I don't know where he went. He just disappeared.
He disappeared.
Yep. Anyway. What do y'all want to talk about?
Oh, we're going to talk about...
Tonight's, I guess tonight's deal about why.
I'll say why places can be haunted. Many, many reasons.
Why places can be haunted?
Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, one of the best known reasons, and what I guess most people lean toward, is something happened there. A person died there. Their energy was left behind at that place, and therefore it can be haunted there. That the particular place where the person passed away or lived for a long time.
Yeah. That's like residue or residual. Or well, no, it'd be like an attachment, I guess. But they would be, it could be a residual. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, it could be both. Because if they lived there for a long time and they passed away, then they could there could be a residual haunting there, because maybe at the same time every night a chair pulls out or something happens, and at that point in time then it can be just because it's residual haunting of the energy that was left behind there.
Mm-hmm. Looks like we lost Tony.
Yeah, he froze up and then we lost him.
All right. Yeah, he
Chris,
just said lost connection. So what's going on? What are you wanting to talk about? Go through the reasons of why a location can be haunted.
Figure out which tab it is. I got a bunch of tabs open right now for tonight, and should be that one. Yeah, it is that one. All right, residue is number one. Not meaning that it's the number one reason, but it's the first thing on our list. We're
just talking about residual haunting, energy left behind.
Yeah. The living leave behind residue of energy when they die, which, if strong enough, coalesce into imprints of images, sounds, smells, and minor movement. Intense emotion generated by life events. Great happiness, great sadness, tragedy, and so on. Creates energies, residues, which are experienced as ghosts and haunting phenomena. Apparitions, footsteps, tapping, knocks, distinctive smells, cold breezes, and so on. Residues can last for centuries, but they do fade over time, which is why some famous hauntings from centuries past no longer are experienced. So, any time that somebody, or not any time, but a lot of times when there's something great happiness, sadness, or tragedy, or whatever, it can leave an imprint and cause haunting at locations.
I keep freezing up.
Yeah, I noticed
that.
Yeah,
we saw that.
So, residual or residue left over from people.
Right, like we were saying, if there's energy that's left behind there, then that could cause a haunting because that person has left that behind. And doesn't necessarily have to be a traumatic death. It's just that if there's so much of that person, so much of that energy, they live there for a long time, there can be residual haunting that's left.
You there, Tony?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was in deep thought there. I was listening to what she was saying, and then I was coming up with an analogy on it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I haven't come up with it yet. Well, you say the residual, which residual energy sort of, and I believe that's true. Where say someone was to go to sleep and not wake up, but they do wake up, but they're no longer here. That's the energy I believe they're talking about that's left behind. So they are somewhat stuck in that position or spot because of maybe not knowing that they actually passed on, or they just had enough energy to stay behind.
Yeah. I mean, and residual hauntings is a haunting that the spirit itself doesn't even really realize that they're there, and we see them and we experience that haunting, but we can't communicate. Like she said, we can't interact with that. And it's the same thing as like if a door used to be somewhere and there's no longer that door there, and you see them go through the wall. Because it used to be a door. It's those types of things, and they don't realize that anything has changed.
Yeah. Or, something that happened at a particular time, like they would go outside to get the newspaper at 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, then at 7 o'clock in the morning, you might hear the front door open or something. That would also be another example of residual haunting. It's something that happens every day at a particular time. It can be residual.
Yeah. Well,
right. Yeah. And if a chair, if they were sitting in a chair and they had dinner every night at 8 o'clock and a chair pulled out or the chair moved or whatever, then that can be residual. There's just a lot of different instances of residual hauntings.
Yeah. See, I was saying, think about this. Like, we've investigated hospitals and nursing homes and places like that, and we actually lived in an old hospital here that's an apartment complex now, a long time ago, Mom. And people used to say they would hear like beds or doctors talking and stuff like that. And I mean, that's type of like residual. And then like at the Pet Milk building here, we might hear things that sound like people talking and laughing, and then we can hear like maybe machinery or something go on. And it's just the residual energy that's left behind from all the years of it being that business.
Exactly. Because there's several times that we've heard what sound like maybe a forklift or something that was being driven in that building, and it wasn't being driven at that time, but we heard that.
Well, most of my experiences have been the footsteps of people walking.
Exactly. There's a lot of there's a lot of activity, especially in that one part of the building that we like catacombs. To go to. Mm-hmm.
See, when y'all left that one night, me and Tony stayed in there, and we saw that the red light, and then we were hearing things, and it sounded like above on the catwalk, and it also sounded like just down a few, I would say probably about 40 feet from us, and straight ahead, hearing like footsteps and little bangs and booms here and there.
Well, there's also a lot of activity over there in the...
But that could also not be residual. That could also be intelligent, because we were asking it to do that.
Mm-hmm. So, just a lot of activity in that building, period. But that building has such a long history. I mean, I think there are some people that aren't aware of all that history